Welcome in, curious crafters, to the 1 hour Saturday Spotlight. Today, we will be highlighting Left is Right Crochet with Sandy. Any questions that are seen within the chat at any point will be seen, saved, and asked at the end of the 1 hour when Sandy's 1 hour interview with myself is complete. Now, Sandy, please try and ignore the chat as best you can. We don't want you getting distracted. I'll begin the countdown as soon as you come up. Now, when you're ready, give me a thumbs up and I'll bring you up. She's giving me a thumb. I won't say what she's doing with the thumb, but she's giving me a thumb. Oops. I'm glad it was a thumb and not a finger. Let's just say that. Okay, welcome in, Miss Sandy.
Thank you for having me here, Lisa.
You're very welcome. Now, I am...
Oh, and I'm sort of wondering if I do that.
We've got company with Sandy too. We have Sandy and company. Okay, Miss Sandy, I'm about to start the countdown timer.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm so ready.
She's like, just get it over and done with. Okay, Sandy, how old were you when you first learned your craft?
We're talking about crochet, right?
Let's go with crochet.
I was probably in my teenage years, but it didn't stick. I only did it for about maybe 6 months, and then life got much more interesting in other avenues. So I didn't get back into it really until about 2 years ago.
Oh, wow. So yeah. You came back only fairly recently.
Yes.
Oh.
I had a family, and well, of course, after the teenage years, then you're stupid. In your teenage years, you're stupid. In your 21 to 30, you're stupid with a credit card, and 30 to 40, you spend the whole time trying to pay back what you did. You were stupid with the credit card, and then at 40, things started getting good, and then we had the family, and then when I got into the older years, I was like, okay, I'm bored now. I need something.
But now you need the credit card to pay for the yarn.
That's true. That's true. But now I can afford it.
Okay, so you said you learned it in your teenage years, but it only lasted about 6 months or so. Yeah. So who actually taught you?
I learned out of a book.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't have a mentor of any kind. Nobody in my family was crafty at all. It was like they couldn't be bothered.
So what made you pick up the crochet book?
I had done knitting. I knew how to knit, and yarn has always fascinated me. I knew how to knit, but it was so slow. But then when I saw the crocheting, and I thought, ooh, I could do that, and it goes faster, and I like that. And then that's what intrigued me about crocheting.
So can I ask you if you remember, do you know where this book came from? Where did you find it?
It was a magazine book. It was a magazine off the grocery store shelf, How to Crochet.
Did you steal it or did you pay for it?
I paid for it.
Good girl. I'm so glad you said that. Yes, despite everything action-wise that you're doing, you paid for it. Good girl.
Yep.
Oh, excuse me. So right now, where do you get all your main materials from? I'm guessing you go here, there, everywhere, but where's the main staple? Where do you go, right, do you know what? I need some of this. This is where I'm going.
No, I don't go out very much. As a matter of fact, the last 6 years, up until 2 months ago, I didn't have a car. We have a car, but John takes it to work. Mr. Wright takes it to work every day. So I really don't go out very much. So usually online, Amazon is the last resort because it's so expensive. But Joann's, Lion Brand, Premier, all those wonderful sales that they have. Yeah, that's where I get it.
All those wonderful sales. I've never seen one, but we'll go with what you're saying because you're the one in the spotlight.
I don't know. I think 5 for $10 is a pretty good sale. 5 scans for $10. Yeah,
keep rubbing it in. Keep rubbing and rubbing.
Oh, that's right.
Salt into the wound. So you've come back in the past couple of years. Do you actually do everything yourself for yourself from your own eye, or do you follow tutorials or patterns? What do you mainly go for? Tutorials
and patterns. Yeah, I can't. I've only ever done one, and that was the fudget shawl that was sponsored by Debbie the Canadian Crocheter and Reggie from J Hook Crochet. They had that fudget shawl cowl. And that's the only thing I've ever made of my own. But that convinced me I could do it. I was like, oh, okay, I can do this.
That's the main thing, right?
Yep.
There you go. Your channel, you're growing quite nicely.
Thank you.
Who would you love to see on your channel leaving a comment for you, even if it's just in a video? If it's in a live, of course, way better. But who would you love to see that you haven't seen yet?
Krista, Secret Yarnery.
Why?
Because I found her very shortly after I started finding YouTube videos. And I watched her from the very beginning. And I watched her grow and how she was able to present herself and present the yarn and all the endeavors that she had. And I've just developed such an admiration for her as an individual. And every Friday morning she has a live, and I'm always there because she's a delight.
Oh,
and she's got the greatest laugh.
You know she's going to be in here. She is in here. She must be in here. She has to be in here. Krista, get your backside over to Sandy and say hello. Well, you can hope, right?
Oh, yeah, wait. No, she's got 5 kids, so she's a very, very busy lady.
She's got a couple of hands full right there.
Yep.
Yeah. What holds you back from taking your crochet further than it is right now?
Oh. Time.
Yeah, I stumped her.
Time.
What was that? Oh, was that it? Oh.
Yeah. It's I don't know. There's so many people that do so many wonderful things. I'm like, okay, where'd you get that extra time? Is there 2 of you? Do you have a clone? Is there more than 1 of you? Because they make so much, and it's so beautiful. And I'm like, I want to do. See, that's my problem. I want to do everything.
Well, don't we all? Okay, so time is the thing. That's not something we can grab on Amazon for you, but we'll have a think about it. I'm sure someone will come up with a suggestion. Maybe just send you an egg timer. I don't know.
You can do this for 3 minutes and this for 3 minutes.
This is it. There you go. You see, this is giving you time. You can see it filtering away, you know. Can you name a time when your patience was really tested? Now, that might be for your actual channel, or that might be for your crochet.
When I was trying to learn how to do the Phoenix blanket from Hooked on Sunshine, I love that pattern. I love the way it looks. It is gorgeous. So many of my friends have made it, and I get to like row 8 and I cannot get the count right, and I'm frustrated. And so I actually have what I call my Phoenix blanket, and it's this big. It's a coaster. Like, look, I made a Phoenix coaster.
There you go. Nobody specifies a particular size. We've got to make things our own. And if your blanket is the size of a hand warmer, then so be it.
So be it.
Did you get past that little bit of frustration, or is it just, no, that's it, that's where it is?
Yeah. I did it 3 times. And every time I got to there and I was like, this isn't working. I don't know why.
I think at that point I would have wanted to throw it through a window, but of course crochet doesn't go through.
Yeah. You have to go pick it up, and it's,
Yeah. Okay. Has the way you have worked changed from when you first began crocheting?
Worked, as in how? Yes.
As in your crochet?
In all aspects, yes, yes.
Can you give us a couple of examples?
When I first started, the reason that I named my channel Left is Right is because I didn't see very much out there for left-handed crocheters, and I am left-handed. So I thought my premise was that I was going to go on and do some tutorials on, okay, this is a single stitch, this is a double stitch, because I'm left-handed, and that was the reason I started. But then I started meeting all of the wonderful, fabulous, fantastic, I can't even tell you how many adjectives of a positive nature go in front of that. People in the Yarny community. And I was overwhelmed with the openness, the acceptance, the love. I got intrigued by the people and engaging with the people. And then that's all I wanted to do. I wanted to make videos for people. I wanted to have lives for people, and because they're my friends now. They're all my friends. So yes, I started out, I was going to teach, and then I went very selfishly into, no, I'm just going to visit. I'm just going to be with people.
So I'm going to be really selfish right now and break out of my professional interview capacity and say, am I your friend, Sandy?
Absolutely. Are you kidding me?
You hear that, people? Go away. Leave her alone. It's me and Sandy now. Shh.
You see how many times I show up in your lives?
You do.
Yep.
I know it's purely to make everyone else laugh because of the way I say your name. I know that.
Tell the people how you say my name and why you say it that way.
But it's not my interview. It's your spotlight.
But now you've intrigued them.
Yeah, but it's not my spotlight. Okay, I'll do it very quickly and then I'll very quickly go into the next. Okay. So every time I hear the name Sandy, I think of Grease, and I think of the point where John Travolta sees Olivia Newton-John near the end, where she is in her leather skin tight trousers and her little top showing everything, and he just turns around and goes, Sandy! So every time Sandy comes into my life, that's what I say. So next question then. Andy.
Yes, dear.
What was your biggest crochet expense to date?
The Addy knitting machine. That's what I crochet.
But that's not knitting. Crochet, that's knitting.
Tunisian, a set of Tunisian crochet hooks.
Tunisian. Can I ask you which type of Tunisian hook you grabbed?
You can ask.
But she doesn't know. That's good.
I don't know. But
okay, so
I can go get them.
With Tunisian, for those that don't know, Tunisian, you need much longer hooks, and there's two different styles of hook you can get. You can have long, solid Tunisian hook, or you can have ones that have like tentacles on.
Mine have tentacles. Yeah.
There you go. Sandy has tentacles to go with her sea life, I'm guessing. Although there's not that much sea life around her. There's a little bit, but not much. There they are. You see, sea life.
Oh, and Oscar's here again. He's run away again. Oh well.
So with the cables, they're far more flexible, and you can change the cables on some. But anyway, so she's gone for Tunisian cabled hooks, and that's her biggest expense so far for the crochet. And what made you grab them? Sorry, I'm going to make you big just because I have to with this at this particular point.
Make me big. Yes, there's Oscar. Gifted to me by Crochet A Sandy, Sister Sandy. He's even got his little nose piece in there. So. See,
he's with the times right now. He's wearing a mask and being safe.
Sit.
I like that he obeys commands.
Stay. Okay, there we are. There's Oscar.
I'll make you back to normal again.
Okay.
There you go, my dear. Okay. When you are crocheting, when you are deep into it, as it were, do you snack?
Yes.
What do you snack on? What's your go-to?
Cheese crackers.
Cheese crackers.
Yeah. Keebler sells these little packs of 12 crackers with cheese in the middle. And so I opened up a pack of that and I set it down next to me and I'll be crocheting and then every once in a while. But I always have a napkin here on the arm of my chair. So I get the cracker, put it in my mouth, and put my hands on the napkin because I don't want stuff on my crochet.
Good girl. She's a neat snacker. What is your favorite crochet tool?
The hook.
Okay, so let's be more specific with this. With your crochet hooks, what would be your favorite material hook, brand hook, size hook?
Armor. Clover. Amor. Armor, however you want to pronounce it. Yeah, Clover.
I know there's a couple of people in here that are going, me too, me too, me too.
I know, right? Now, I have discovered with the Clover, or with any like Bates or Boys or Clover, I am a very, very tight crocheter. If I need to make it loose and I can't school myself to get it as loose as I want, I use a furl. Because for some reason with furls, I crochet looser.
So you hear that, people? She's so posh. She's not only got Clover and more, but she has furls too. Oh, look, she's gonna get one out for us.
Only because Sister Sandy gave me one. Gave me two. Yeah, she gifted me them. And aren't they pretty? And I think it's because with a regular crochet hook, well, when I crochet, I put my finger up by the hook to complete the motion for the stitch. And the neck on the furls is that much longer. So I have to reach further. So I think that's why I get a looser stitch.
I'm just admiring the furl. I can't use furls because I'm the wrong holder.
Pencil. You're a pencil.
I'm a pencil holder, but it doesn't stop me loving the aesthetics of a furl.
Actually, a lot of pencil holders use furls.
Maybe I'll give one a go one day.
Have you never tried?
Someday, some way. I couldn't resist. I'm so sorry, people in the chat. I'm so sorry.
That's a streamline.
Oh, she's getting another one. She's getting another one. She's getting another one.
And this is a swirl.
So for people that don't know, a furl is a brand of hook.
Right.
There's quite a few different brands that are styled slightly different. It's not about the aesthetics as such. It's more about the grip, the shape, and the hook to help with your crochet.
I was laughing really hard at Lisa and Lisa's crochet. She tried, Sandy Crochet A has got the Sisterhood of the Traveling Hook. She's actually sending a furls hook around for people to try so that they can see if they like it or not before they buy it, because they are a little pricey. And Lisa says, I don't know what I am. I don't know if I'm a pencil or a knife or whatever. Knife is like when you hold your knife when you're eating, that's a knife hold. Pencil is as if you were going to write with it. That's a pencil hold.
Thank you, Sandy. Thank you.
And this is, what did I say? It was streamlined? No, this is the swirl. No. This is the swirl. And they've got all kinds of different colors. They've got an Odyssey set that's just gorgeous, but it's my understanding that the Odyssey set is quite heavy.
See, that's something that I forgot to say a moment ago. Of course, all hooks have a different weight, and if they have a certain weight, it might be more toward the back, the middle, or the front. And you've got, like any tool with any craft, you need to find the one that is right for you. And then when you found it, you grab it and you stab things with it.
Go with it. Go for it. Yep.
Right, let's get back on track. Sandy, what is one crafting trend, i.e. crochet, that you wish would make a comeback?
Comeback. Oof.
So let's say, as an example, this isn't crochet, but I'm just throwing an example out there. Flares. Flares used to be a thing. They did come back sort of for a little while, but they ran away again.
I don't know what a flare is.
Okay, we're not going down that road. But
okay.
Let's say, as an example, cowls. Most people know what a cowl is.
Yeah.
Let's say that went out of fashion. Would you want it to come back? Is there a certain item that isn't really made that much anymore, and you kind of like, oh, I wish more people would do that, because that needs to come back, that needs to be a thing?
No, I don't have one. The only thing I can think of is gloves. There's lots of fingerless mitts, because making the glove, the fingertip is intricate, but no, other than that I can't think of anything.
I'm so glad you were very careful with how you said things just there. Very proud of you, Santa. Very proud of you.
I'm being very good. It's killing me, but I'm being very good.
Don't worry, you can edit this to however you want to say your things when it's on your channel, if you like. While on mine, she's being very polite, bless her. What would she be anything else?
In about 1 minute, that sun's going to hit me full on in the face, so you guys are going to get a blazing Sandy. That's
all right. You're going to have to ask Mr. Wright if he can get you a parasol.
I've got a visor that I could put on.
You can always stick Oscar on your head. He's got to have a use, right?
Right.
Right. Next question. What is your most favorite crochet thing to make?
Afghans. I love making Afghans.
Any particular style, size?
All of the above. Anything with texture. I'm a texture holic. I love texture. It's really do.
There you go, guys. If
front post, back post. Yep.
Off you go.
For example.
Oh, she's got an example. Remember I said about the poking, Sandy? Remember? Poking.
No poking.
Well, not in the eyeball. Oh.
This is called flower puddles. And, oops, hello. There you are. It is a work in progress, obviously. And I just think it's, but see all the texture in there? I love all the swirls and the curves and the front post, back posts. Yeah. So
do you know whose pattern that is?
It's a paid-for pattern on Ravelry. I don't know the person's name, but I do know it's a paid-for pattern on Ravelry. I don't think it's in here. No, it's not.
It is beautiful, though.
Thank you. I'm enjoying it. This is not. I usually have 2 projects on the go. Something that it's quiet and I can concentrate and count. And then a television project that's just mindless that I can just sit and crochet while watching television with Mr. Wright.
No, I've got to say, I know this isn't my interview, and I'm sorry, but you've brought that out, and it's making me say this. Something that I absolutely love is when people do something that has a lot of stuff going on with the pattern on it, but they keep a solid color, so the pattern speaks for itself.
Right.
And that is a perfect example. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, the pattern on Ravelry shows it done in a mandala type yarn, and it's very, very colorful and busy. And then it also shows the plain, and I'm like, oh no, it has to be the plain because I want to see those stitches. Yeah, exactly.
That's it. Exactly. You want the pattern to speak for itself.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad there's someone else out there like me. Poor Sandy. Okay.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
You're going to have to, because this is...
It's my channel. You have to take it. There it is. What are you going to do?
What occasion or holiday do you prefer to craft for the most?
Christmas. Yeah. Christmas.
Have we got a reason or a
Well,
particular
I can make
thing?
things. I can make decorations for the house. I can make gifts for people. I am the original sugar plum fairy. I love Christmas. Make little angels, decorations, tree things. Yeah.
I wonder if there are any tree eggs around.
Oh,
Do you know what? I'm going to say it every single time I see you. If people kind of like this question, and oh, I'm seeing something in the corner. Oh my gosh, I'm seeing something in the corner. Don't.
she's been busy.
My stomach just went. Snake! I mean, it's nothing. It was nothing. I saw nothing. Honest. Some people like this following question. Some people, it baffles them. Let's see what it does with Sandy. Sandy.
Yes, dear.
If your craft room could get a complete makeover, completely free of charge, you get in that craft room, whatever the heck you like, however you like it, whatever color, yada, 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 what would you have done?
I'd have a room. Right now, I don't have a room. I've got bins sitting tucked under counters and in corners. I don't have a craft room.
I'm kind of a little bit gobsmacked. That's really rare for me. My gob has been smacked. By
Hi, smack. Lisa's gob. Yeah.
Now there's something to break the internet. So,
and where were you when your gob got smacked?
I know, right? Oh, I remember the day well. Back in 2021. So, describe how your if you could have it, how would your craft room look as you walked through the door? What would be where and color?
I would have cubbies with doors on them, transparent doors, but they'd have to have doors because I have the 4 dogs, and they are very generous with their fur. Oh, they share all the time. So they'd have to have doors. But I'd have 2 walls of cubbies, floor ceiling, and then a couch, or maybe a chaise lounge.
Oh, well, of course. I mean, why not?
Why not, right? And a television and a coffee maker and a mini fridge.
Is there a window, or we don't care about the window?
Oh no, yes, there's a window. Yes.
No,
The wall where the mini fridge and the coffee maker are, that's the whole upper section of the wall is a window, so it's get lots of light.
And would you have color on the walls, or would you leave it plain to let the yarn talk for?
I would have like the eggshell that's on these walls, not stark white, but a light plain color so that the yarn I could commune.
I like it. There we go. I've got to get people to do the more detailed craft room idea. I really have, because I kind of close my eyes and just envision. I mean, I still want to know about the floor and where does the door come from and all the rest of it, but we won't go down that road. We've got the chaise long. Who cares?
Right. And, but I would have one of those lights that comes over the chair or the chaise lounge, and that lights up what you're doing, so you can have good lighting all the time.
That would be handy. It would be handy to have a nice little lamp. Okay. What is your number one craft tip, or the best one that you have been given that you can give to us?
Relax and enjoy yourself. Don't get so uptight about it. You know, it's just stuff. And it frogs for a reason. You only have to keep track of one loop at a time. And if you have to frog back, oh well. You were making it when you
What's
started.
frogging, Sandy?
That frogging is when you rip out what you've previously stitched.
We don't like to do that.
We don't, oops, don't go away. We don't like frogging. However,
Please
yeah,
don't tell me.
and the reason it's called frogging is because you rip it, 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 and that's ribbit, ribbit, ribbit frogging. So there you go.
She just frogged for your entertainment, guys. I hope you appreciate her all the more now.
Let me
I would
entertain
never
you.
do that. Never. Okay, but this isn't me. This is you. We live in very much a mass-produced society. So why do you think people should continue to make things by hand?
Love.
Oh.
Because when you make something for someone, if you're making it for an individual, a person you know, then there's love in it. And even if you're making it to sell, there's love in it because you love doing the crochet function. There's always love involved.
And in your case, sometimes a little bit of hair from
Oh, the fur. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Sandy's company. It's unfortunately a necessary thing when you have pets.
No beanie shares.
Yes.
I know.
Yes. Okay. How do you combat a creative block? What happens?
I'm trying to think if I've ever had one. Oh, okay. Then I'll just change projects. If I'm doing a large something and I get frustrated or bogged down, or the repetition is like, okay, that's enough of that. I'll go and do a different project, like a small project, make a hat or something that takes. It's like the headband that Krista from the Crystal Bag a Day just made. She just came out with a pattern, and this takes like maybe an hour. So I have achieved something. I have a finished project, and it's been different. So that's how I deal with that.
And it gives you a little bit more steam to carry on.
Yeah. And you have a sense of accomplishment and not just, I'm just tired of doing this over and over again. So yeah, that's what I do. I go to the smaller things.
Yay. Okay, Sandy, I am going to pause you just for a moment.
I'm on pause.
She's on pause, and I'm not talking about pet pause, but it's fine. You can move. You're allowed. I have paused your countdown timer just for a moment. We are now halfway through our interview with Miss Sandy. That went so quickly.
Oh my gosh, it did.
It really did.
Yeah.
People in the chat, some things have been saved after being seen, and they will be told or asked Sandy at the end. But this is my time to not only thank you guys for coming in, but also to say, get your questions in the chat. Whatever you fancy asking Sandy, apart from her knicker and bra size, we're not going down that route. But if you want to ask Sandy a particular question, or you're intrigued by something, get it in the chat and it will be asked at the end. On top of that, a very quick ask is, if you are a creator, or if you want to nominate a certain creator, and they do not have to be crochet, if they are a crafter of any sort, if you are a crafter of any sort, send me an email. Let's get them in the spotlight. Let's get you in the spotlight. Let's see what happens. But for now, we're going to see what happens with Sandy in the last half. Don't forget the questions, guys. Miss Sandy, are you ready to continue?
Sure, why not?
She's like, yeah, well, I'm here.
Might as well.
What do you do to keep yourself, your space, and your time organized? I know.
Silly woman.
Thanks.
There's a giggle for you.
Do you want me to just move straight on to the next question? Because that's just like, we can forget that one.
Organized? Me?
No.
Yeah, next question.
I'll go on to the next question, my darling. That's fine. It's okay. I'll give you a little pat on the head. Okay. When do you feel the most creative? What is a certain point? Is it a particular part of the day? Is it a particular day itself? Is it when you've seen something or someone? When do you feel you're most creative?
Time-wise, I think it'd be afternoon and then evening. Mornings, no. I haven't had enough coffee yet. Meal times, no, can't do that. So yeah, afternoons and evenings. But inspired by all the wonderful YouTubers and people that are putting out all these brilliant tutorials and coming up with these amazing patterns. Fiber Spider just put out a new pattern today that my fingers are itching to do. It's a corded shell shawl, and it just came out today, and I'm like, oh, I want to do that so badly.
She wants to do it so badly.
So badly.
We're gonna see it in the future.
Yep.
Now, you've said you don't have a craft room, but you have lots of bins or totes, whatever you want to call them, full of bits. And there you go, five of them. That's good that she knows how many. That's good. Not, oh, I don't know, I've got about 20 here and 4 there and 18. It's good. She's got 5. Okay. So when was the last time you cleaned out or purged your 5 bins or your crafting items around you?
Never happened. Never happened. I just use it. I don't purge it.
The way she's looking at me is like I've said the most ridiculous thing ever, and like, how could I come out with something like that? Ridiculous.
Purge. Qu'est-ce que c'est purge?
I think that goes with the same word as organization.
Organized. I'm very simplistic.
Well, I won't comment on that. It's not my place. Just wait until you come into me live, and then I will. Okay. What sorts of things around you are inspiring you right now? Not necessarily in this minute, but you know what within this particular time.
I just got the Addie knitting machine for Christmas, so I'm playing around with different things for that.
She's not poking me. I told her to poke me before she does this, and she's not.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not poking. No poking. This is a turban, but you can't see it because it's black yarn. But it's the same idea as that. But it's just done in plain knit, and it's knit in a circle because that's how the Adding machine does it. And obviously, I haven't tied in my ends yet. And then you just cinch it up at the front, and it makes a turban. So.
Now, is that going to be for you or is that for somebody else?
That's going to be for somebody else. I don't know who yet, but somebody. Yeah, I don't wear hats or things on my head because I look horrible in them.
No. We're not doing self-deprecation.
No self-deprecation. Okay. As long as we're doing show and tell. Ooh,
oh, I'm coming up again. Hang on.
Poke.
Well, she's got the stage.
This is a pentagon. It's a 5-sided Afghan. Again, Fiber Spider pattern, and it's a virus shawl pattern. But it's a blanket. It's an Afghan. And this yarn came from the Crochet Society box. They sent out that bonus box when all of the COVID mail made everything go not happening. So they sent out a bonus box with a lot of yarn in it, and so that's what made this because the pattern they had, I was like, I don't want to do that. So I did this instead.
That
So,
is huge.
yeah, somebody said, what do you do with a circular blanket? And I went, anything you want.
Well, exactly. It is what it is, and it will be what it is.
There you go.
Lovely. Okay, right. Next question. Where do you look for your inspiration if you are lacking any?
The standard places, YouTube tutorials, always. Ravelry, Etsy, and all my yarny friends.
Oh, Yanni, don't look at me because I can't inspire you for anything. Bear with me just 1 second. Move. Thank you.
Movie.
Sorry. Had a interrupter. Okay. What are your can't live without essentials when it comes to your crochet?
The clover hooks, tapestry needles. I think I need to get a loom hook because it's different than a crochet hook. It's just metal. That's not showing anything, is it?
I think she's trying
A
to
little
do
hand puppet. Yes, it's the runny babbit. Yeah, no, it's just a hook like that. We can do shadow puppets on the wall. Birds and...
Okay, so the loom hook. So if anybody fancies getting
No. I got it. I can get it. It's okay. Thank you. Anyway,
this is shush you second shush. If anybody wants to get her a little something, it doesn't have to be just for Christmas. Loom hooks are for all year round, and as she cannot do without one, you never know. When one gets lost, you need to grab your spare. She might need a spare. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Next question. Next question. Look at her, she's gone so red, bless her. Okay. Are there any crocheters, designers that you particularly look up to?
Yeah. Crystal, Craig, Fiber Spider, Creative Grandma, Seta, Debbie the Canadian Crocheter. How long you got? I got a list. I could go on and on. Yeah, no, those probably the ones that come to mind first. Yeah.
Okay, so you've said they come to your mind first, but who is the first that comes to mind? Give me one name.
I have to go with Fiber Spider, and I have to go with Craig. Yeah.
Right, Mr. Fiber Spider. His link will be down below when this interview has finished, because
that's cool.
Sandy has called him out and said he's amazing.
He is. I've made so many things that he has developed, put out, invented. Yeah.
Well, he will be in the link below if anybody wants to check him out. But please give me time after this interview to get it on there. But it will be there, I promise you. Okay. Miss Sandy, why should we watch and subscribe to you?
Because it's an all-encompassing event. It's crochet, it's stitches, it's bits and pieces of information and how-tos and DIYs, and it's friendship and caring and love and sharing, and it's a lot of laughter. A lot of laughter.
I don't believe it.
So yeah, it's just an all-around great experience, and I love doing it. I will tell you a truth. Before I found the Yarny community on YouTube, I had gotten into a situation where physically I'm not able to do much. And all the kids had moved out. COVID hit. Well, it was before COVID hit, but everybody had their lives that they were going on with. So nobody came over. I didn't see anybody. All my friends, they have kids. They're busy with their lives. So I was actually taking antidepressant medicine. And since the very first video I put up, I have never taken another pill. I've never had to.
We are her drugs.
You are. Yep.
I like that.
You are my adrenaline. You are my euphoria. You guys are everything.
That's a really, really, really lovely, lovely thing to admit, to share, to allow us to be aware of. So thank you very, very much for saying that. That was lovely. Thank you.
I know a lot of people struggle with depression, and this Yarny universe here has turned my life around completely. It's amazing.
I love it. I love it. Okay, Sandy, why do you crochet? Why?
It's creative. I love the patterns. I love the yarn. It gives you a sense of accomplishments, because when I got hurt, I had a career and I was never able to return to it. And I was always very driven in my career, goal oriented, could achieve things. And then I couldn't do it anymore. And so now this gives me the opportunity. I can sit and create beautiful items, and it gives me a sense of purpose. And that's why I crochet.
Oh. Oh. Okay, we've delved slightly onto your patience, but the next question comes with two different answers. So,
Okay.
Sandy, what is your crochet strength and what is your weakness?
My strength is I can read patterns and follow tutorials if they're done to a decent degree. Yeah, some of them I'm like, never mind. No.
That's a tutorial right there that she's described.
Weakness. I don't count my stitches often enough. I know. And then I can't understand why the blanket's going.
Why is my blanket becoming a coaster?
Yes, why is it a pyramid? It's not supposed to be a pyramid.
Okay. With your work, when it's finished, or even when it's halfway through, how do you go about judging it to say whether it is a really good piece or, yeah, don't know.
I ask anybody that'll stand still long enough for me to ask.
So you don't judge it, you ask others.
Now, if I think it's looking cautionary, oh, I cleaned that up. Then I'm like, nah, that's not working. And I'll go ahead and frog it out and start something else, or figure out something that I could do with it to make it look decent. But normally, if I've finished an item, I will ask other people, what do you think? Or probably more like, isn't this great? I did this.
Give me appreciation now.
Right. I will accept your adoration. And
I don't get that from Beanie. I just get stared at and probably a butt.
Oh, but no, she appreciates it. She lays all over it.
No, she doesn't.
She doesn't lay on your crochet?
No, she won't touch it.
Really? That's odd.
Really, she's an odd thing. But anyway, we've also touched on this slightly before, but I'm going to go a little deeper with this. What is the importance of passing on crochet traditions?
It would be such a shame if this craft dwindled. For the very reason I was just talking about with me, it's like just making something gives you a sense of accomplishment. It's good for your ego. If you're making it as a gift, then it's at least twice blessed, the person that makes it and the person that receives it. It would be a travesty if we lost this talent to do this. And so Dana from Wanderlust Crochet, she does yarn promotion thing every month to try to keep the awareness of crochet out there so that people will continue it. And the kids are liking it. They're starting to pick it up, both male and female.
It's definitely a unisex thing. It's looked at primarily female, but why does it have to be female? Men hold knives, they can hold a furl. Done. So with that, have you ever taught others how to crochet?
I have one video tutorial up, and it's how to make a double magic circle beginning for a project. It still is on my agenda to make left-handed tutorials. See, once I got into the yarning community, I realized that they are out there. I just hadn't run across them. And all anybody has to do is make a right-handed video and then flip it in the editor, and then it's left-handed. But I think it loses the personal touch. I think it's still on my agenda to do that someday.
I'm sorry.
You're sorry that I'm going to do that?
No, I'm sorry that I do tutorials and flip them and not put any.
No. Not at all. Not at all. I appreciate the fact that it's done now that they flip them. I think it's brilliant because I've automatically reversed. I call it auto reversal. I've automatically reversed it in my brain. When I see somebody doing it right-handed, I automatically just reverse it in my mind. But a lot of people can't do that. So I think it's brilliant that you guys are putting out those videos and flipping them. You're flipping us off. I love it.
I am. I'm not giving people the thumb. I'm flipping them off instead.
Brilliant.
Sorry. This is your time. Okay. What is your favorite medium to work with? So whether that be a particular yarn or a style of yarn, or is it something completely unconventional that you prefer?
I think it's 3/4 weight yarn. Yeah, the DK, the 4 weight worsted. I think those are my go-tos. I appreciate all the different types, the chunkies and the fingering weight yarns, the different aspects of all of them. I've not been crocheting long enough or good enough to go into the hand-dyed, hand-spun arena of yarn, because it's gorgeous and I love it, but it's like, that's okay, I'll just stay with the store-bought. I could say, $2.99 on Skein, and that's fine.
Is there a particular brand or color or anything that you have a bit of a, oh, I want some of that?
Yeah.
How it goes.
Some of the UK yarns, King Cole, James C. Brett. So I've never worked with any of those.
So they might be complete rubbish. So you
they
really
might be.
And they might be awful.
They might. I don't know. I've never tried them.
Anybody in the UK want to send some James C. Brett or some King Cole over to Miss Sandy?
Don't do it.
Please do. She can't throw it back at you because her arm isn't that good at throwing. But, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You know what I mean? Okay. Next. Is there anything that you really don't like about crochet? Anything that niggles you?
Rubbish yarn. Just garbage yarn.
See, and she wants James C. Brett and King Cole, and it might be rubbish, and she's asking for it.
I'm not asking. Oh,
I'm such a pain in the backside. So, Rubisham, what do you class? Please don't say any brand names.
I'm not,
But
because I couldn't, because they came without bands on them at all. But they were more like twine, but they weren't twine. It was yeah, something that you would use on a corral for a horse or a cow, a fence. It was just that stiff and that rough. It was not good. And that's all the explanation I can give you, because like I said, it didn't have any
I'm sitting
identifiers
here
on it.
pulling faces, and of course you can't see the faces, so
No,
I've got
I
to stop
can't.
pulling me faces.
You can blow all faces you want. I can't see it.
Okay, for those that don't know, can you tell us what we would find on your channel right now?
The obviously the videos that I've put out, the videos that go up every week of my lives. When I first started, which would be a year ago last July, right after I started, Vlogust started, and I was like, I knew nothing about whatever that was, and everybody said, "Oh, you just put up a video every day," and so I did, because I had all this backlog of things that I'd made, so I had stuff I could show every day. And then Vlogtober came along, and I was like, "Wait, what? How often do we do this?" And the backlog had been used up. I had nothing to show, so I haven't done a Vlogust, Vlogtober, April, whatever. I have no idea what they call it. Vlogmas. I haven't done one since. So it was the first month I did every day. It was like, okay, I did that. And, no prize, no nothing, just the fact that you did it. It was a sense of accomplishment again. So that is how I got into it.
Did you enjoy doing that, or did it seem a little bit like a chore?
No, I enjoyed it. And I really enjoyed making the Octavia videos. There's a little playlist of
I'm going to
videos.
make you slightly bigger now, and then you can explain things properly about Octavia.
Okay. Oops, wrong side. This is best backwards. That's Octavia. And that came about because my very, very first amigurumi is her. And I used the total wrong kind of yarn. And I didn't realize that the yarn was too thin to make her little tentacles curl like they're supposed to, like uslers do. And it was just a travesty. I mean, and one eye goes up and one eye goes out. And she's got this little stupid smile. And so I showed it in one of my Vlogust videos and said, okay, I should be ashamed to show you this, but this is what I did, and this is the way it turned out. And then everybody said she looked drunk. And so then she decided she'd find out what drunk was, and boy, did she. And she invades the liquor cabinet. She works her way up that counter. There's a video of her getting out the cookie sheets and the cookie racks to climb up the counter. There's all kinds of videos about her mischief making. And then she's a tart. And she started producing eggs. And heaven only knows what's going to come out of those eggs, because she will rub elbows, and she's got a lot of elbows, with anything. We've had seahorses, we've had squids, there was a shark. Yeah. So
Dirty little home.
I know, right? She's just a trollop. She really is.
Right. We have time for one more question, Miss Sandy, from me.
Wow.
One more question. And then we will take it to the chat, as it were. But this last question from me is your choice.
Oh, there they go again.
Maybe they think it's their choice.
Yeah, that could be.
I would like you to pick a number between 5 and... Oh, bear with me, I lost it again. That's very professional of me, isn't it? 5 and 60.
Okay. You want me to tell you it?
That'd be quite a good idea. Yes, please.
I'll be 49.
49 she's going for. She's going to hate this, but she chose it. Okay, Sandy, what craft supply or tool is currently on your wish list?
Oh, I already said that. Loom pick.
Is there a particular one? Go on, help the people out here.
I'm pretty happy with what I had.
There's got to be something that is just, yeah, one day I'll get it. Not just yet, but I'll get it at some point.
I don't have a hook organizer. You know, the one with the zipper that you open up and there's all your hooks and tools and stuff. I don't have one of those. So I would like to.
I hope you people were listening. There's plenty of you in here with ears. So all Sandy's done throughout this entire video is say, I want.
Wounded. Oh, killing me. Oh. No.
I'm going to get it so bad.
Talking about fair income.
Right. People in the chat, things are now over to you. So I am going to make Miss Sandy rather large again.
Oh, there are people there. Look at that.
And and I'm going to slowly go through the questions from the chat. We have 15 minutes as of now to get through as many questions as possible. There are quite a few, but if you guys have any more, get them thrown in chat. I will do my darndest to ask them, but it's mainly down to Sandy and how much she talks to how many we get through. Okay, so let's find a question. Bear with me. There's a lot of compliments, but we're looking for
how sweet.
the beautiful flower Afghan thingy. Was it flower puddles?
Yes.
Flower
Puddles. Flower puddles.
Somebody asked, I won't say the name because it was like a query more than a question, but we wanted to double check that it was flower puddles that they're looking for.
Yep. I love that pattern.
Bear with me. I'm going through all of the bits that you guys have said. You guys have talked. Okay, there is a question. The first question that's come in was from Mama Swift.
Peachy Nisi. Hi, honey.
Mama Swift says, I have a question, Auntie Sandy. Do you know how much I love you?
Oh, honey. You know how much I love you? Yes. That'd be a yes and yes. We have a double affirmative.
Really? You get a room. Okay. The next question comes from Ola Joe, the crocheting sailor.
Sailor. My sailor.
She says, Sandy, do you do any other type of crafting apart from crochet?
No, crochet is the only thing I do now because I used to sew. I love to sew. I still love to sew, but my back won't tolerate me sitting bent over at a sewing machine. And I don't diamond paint for the same reason. I love all kinds of crafting. Anything crafty I love. But now I pretty much have to sit with my legs up like an old lady. Because I'm an old lady and that's what I do.
Gosh, look at her going for the sympathy vote now. She's a very trying lady.
What's that? Trish does the world's smallest violin. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I do that on my life for as well, if I remember. The next question also comes from Ola Joe, the crocheting sailor. And she says, Sandy, what else do you collect besides yarn?
Oh, snow globes. Teddy bears. Tinkerbell items. Tink's my girl. T my girl. I got a lot of Tink stuff. Yeah. What do they call that? Tchotchkes. Little tchotchkes. Yeah.
Tchotchkes. I haven't heard that term. Tchotchkes.
It's Jewish.
Tchotchkes. Okay. Now this isn't exactly a question, but it kind of is, sort of. From Knit, Pearl, and Squirrel with Granny.
Oh, stop! Don't do that. Thank you.
They want to get in on the action, Sandy.
I know.
She says, ask Sandy to tell you what she ends her lives and videos with.
I always say, I love you. Take care of yourself. Be good to yourself. Cut yourself some slack. Hugs, big, big, warm, squishy hugs, and crochet away.
Crochet away. I love it. Hope that satisfied you, Southern Faye. Okay, next question comes from Ingrid's Inspirations.
Hi, Ingrid.
Question for dear Sandy. What inspires you to take up that hook, and what colour speaks to you that you just have to turn it into an item?
Oh, the teals and burgundies. Yeah, teals. I'm just teals my thing. I love hello. And the softer and squishier the yarn, I love it.
Gotta love squishy yarn. If you can stick your face in it, it's good.
Donna, I was just talking about you. Hi, honey.
Oi.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I thought that was only during the hour.
You are the very first one to do that. Oh, discipline is coming in.
Bad Sandy, bad Sandy.
Next question. Excuse me, please, miss. Quick, move. Move yourself. Right.
Oh, not kind of moving. Okay. Oh, you weren't talking to me.
Sorry. It was the cat, not you. Sorry. I'm getting pummeled now with claws included. It's, well, massage. Next question comes from Comfy Cozy Crochet with Triss.
Hi, Triss.
And she asks, sorry, Sandy, what are your other hobbies? There are a couple of questions in here, by the way, but we'll stick with one to start with.
Other hobbies. Musicals, watching musicals. I love movie musicals. I love musicals on stage. I just love musicals.
This is also from Triss. There are 3 all in one thingy, so we'll
talk
at you. Ow! You bugger. Sorry. That was not professional. I'm so sorry. How long have you been crocheting altogether?
Altogether about 2.5 years. Yeah.
Putting it all together. We have done the taught, Triss. You have to go back to watch the replay for that. We're not going to tell you. The crotchety clogger. Crochet.
Hey, Marianne.
Crotchety crocheter. There's so much debate around that name. Bless your heart, Marianne. Right, Sandy. I'm so glad I read this twice. How large was your largest yarn purchase?
Dollar-wise.
Might be dollar.
$170.
Woo! Was that for one skein?
Yeah, I really liked it.
That's like grab a yarn and move out the house kind of size, that is.
It was Hobby Lobby's yarn clearance. This was the year before COVID. And that's why I have 5 tubs of yarn. That's because, did a lot of bargain shopping.
We do like a good bargain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not exactly a question, but still a question, so I'm going to ask it. Yarn you, Marianne. Also from the Crotchety Clogger. I hate her already. She asks, how much yarn would a yarn hooker hook if a yarn hooker could hook yarn?
It depends on how much peanut butter you have to use to change the tire on your ski boat and how long it takes you to paint the bathroom on your roof.
Now I know. Thanks so much for that, Marianne. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate it. Bear with me. Finding another question amongst all the wonderful little compliments that have come in. Sanita making blue hats has asked, Sandy, where are you from?
No, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm originally from California, born and raised. Therefore, I lived there until I was 45. And then I met and fell in love with Mr. Right. And so I moved out to Missouri. So I'm from California.
Oh, that's so lovely. Oh. Okay. Barbara Wiggle Baker.
Hey, Bar.
Has asked, how many eggs have there been, and how do they show up? How often do they show up? Sorry.
Evidently, it's kind of a nighttime thing because I'll come out in the morning and there'll be one or two laying around, and they're never in the same place. I just sort of discover them as I go, and as I discover them, I give them away. Like for the fundraiser for Sharon's Crochet Corner, which right now Creations by Jax is running a fundraiser, and I think last count there was, ooh, I'm gonna mess this up, over 20 prizes. So go see the video, Creations by Jax,
which will be now down in the description below once this is all finished.
It's entitled Our Gifts of Love. And
please, staff, remember that. Please, staff, go back and remind me of that because I'll forget. I know I'm that bad. Okay, Teresa Patton asks,
hi, sweetie, my darling.
How many musicals do you own, Sandy?
Oh, heavens, I would not even, all of them. If it's a musical, I own it. If it's out on DVD, I own it. If it's out on VCR, I own it. I couldn't even tell you the number.
You can just imagine, she hasn't got a craft room, but she's got a room that's just filled with DVDs and videos.
Of musicals, yep. That's why I know all the words to all the songs.
Madonna Ballard.
Hi, Madonna.
You've already said that, shush.
I got in trouble once. I might as well. Hey, you know, if you're going to do the time, you might as well do the crime.
I know. She asks, Sandy, USA, how many tiny face masks have you made?
2, 3, 4, 5. Does his count as tiny? No, I didn't make that. So 5.
5 so far, but there may be more. Shh. You can shush as well. Thank you very much. Okay. Dipmanittery.
Hey, Bev.
Asks, how many dogs and what are their names?
I have 4 Pomeranians. They are named Giacomo, and that comes from the musical The Court Jester. Giles, and he's named after a friend of ours who died the night he was born. And Karma, because I thought I was going to be able to control Karma. Wrong. And Morgan.
I've just found another one. I've lost it. Oh, there we go. Distinctive Crochet. Stop looking. I can see you looking. Don't think I can't see you looking. I can see you looking. You're big. I can see everything. Stop it.
But I kept that whole thing closed during that whole hour.
We're not done. Distinctive Crochet.
Hi, honey.
Sandy, did you make a wearable yet? Apart from the masks, they don't count.
I have made the shell that Darla, the crafty yarn owl, that she developed, that she wrote the pattern for. I have made that. And I haven't sewed up the sides yet. So the answer is yes, I've made one. Have I worn it? No.
But she's made it. That was the question. We're all good. We're all good. Right, please, no more questions from the chat. We are going to literally take what I've got left here, and then we will close up shop. So please, no more questions. If you have any, you're going to have to go over and see Sandy herself.
You can come over and see me anyway.
But we'll do that. We'll do that in a minute. We'll do that in a minute. Teresa Patton has asked, what is your favourite thing to do while crocheting?
Watch videos, watch YouTube videos. Yep. It's really tough to keep up with everybody. Oof.
Any particular type?
The yarny community, yeah.
Because we are her inspiration and her friends.
And my friends, yeah.
We're her drug.
Of choice.
Thankfully. Thankfully. Now, this has been answered. So, Sandy, please don't answer it right now. But Teresa Patton, you will have to go back and watch the replay, my dear. She asked, what do you love to crochet the most? But we've answered it. Go watch the replay, my darling. Last question comes from Barbara Wriggle Baker. What is your favourite musical of all?
Wow, that's a toughie. So many different categories. My favorite musical of all. I think Fiddler on the Roof.
Oh, I like Fiddler on the Roof.
Yeah.
Nice choice.
There's so many. Sound of Music.
No. One.
Just one. God, you're bossy.
I really am, aren't I?
Yeah.
Controlling cow or a bully, whichever way you want to.
Your words, not mine.
Yeah, indeed, my words. Indeed. Okay, so everybody that came into the live, thank you very much for joining us, and thank you very, very much for the questions. Both Sandy and I appreciate your time, so thank you. Anybody who is watching the replay on my channel, thank you very much for joining us and for watching if you are. And if Sandy gets this on her channel, thank you also for watching on Sandy's channel, because, you know, the watch time helps.
It does.
It's appreciated.
It is.
So from me, your host, Ladybird Loves, thank you very much for joining us. And Sandy?
Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being my friends. Well, that sounds like a song. Thank you for being my friend. Oh, travel down the road and back again. Yeah, okay. I love you all. Take care of yourself. Be good to yourself. Cut yourself some slack. Hugs, big, warm, squishy, sandy hugs. And crochet away, my darlings.
Thank you all. Take care. Sandy, stay where you are, please. Thank you. Take care all. Bye-bye.